8 kilometers south of Brno, in the quiet industrial district of Bluchina, stands a building that most people will never see inside. 52,000 square meters of production space. 30,000 square meters of that, high-tech clean rooms with tightly controlled temperature, humidity, and air purity. This is Inventec, Czech. And inside these walls, servers are being manufactured. Not just any servers, the kind that power artificial intelligence systems, cloud computing infrastructure, and advanced automotive chips for some of the world's biggest technology companies. But here's the question nobody seems to be asking. When a Taiwanese company controls critical European technology infrastructure, who really controls the data? Let me take you back to September 2025. CTP, Europe's largest industrial real estate developer, officially handed over this massive facility to Inventec Corporation, a Taiwanese electronics giant that's been operating in the shadows of the tech world for decades. Inventec isn't a household name like Apple or Dell. They're what's called an ODM, an original design manufacturer. They don't sell to you. They sell to the companies that sell to you. Hewlett-Packard, Toshiba, Acer, Fujitsu, all customers of Inventec. The company employs over 23,000 people worldwide and has manufacturing facilities across China, Taiwan, Mexico, and now right here in Central Europe. This new Czech facility represents something Inventec calls centralizing European operations, consolidating everything from their older sites in Modrice and Slatina into one state-of-the-art complex. They're calling it an In Europe, for Europe strategy, reducing supply chain risk, adapting to geopolitical changes, meeting customer demands more quickly. It all sounds very reassuring. But here's what they don't tell you in the press releases. Asian clients now represent 20% of all new industrial leases in Central and Eastern Europe, up from just 7.5% in 2018. Europe is becoming a manufacturing outpost for Asian tech giants, and Czech Republic, it's right at the center. Let's talk about what it's actually like to work at Inventec, because the glossy corporate announcements don't match the reality on the factory floor. I combed through dozens of employee reviews from Czech job sites, and the picture that emerges, it's not pretty. One operator wrote, "This company I wouldn't recommend to anyone except people from surrounding villages who can't really choose. The salary is below average. No benefits except meal vouchers worth 55 crowns for a 12-hour shift. The Chinese are simply stingy. People rotate a lot here." Another employee who worked there for over 5 years wrote, "The person who gets employed here can count on 12 night shifts that you will endure for 3 years in one position. You get to the toilet during breaks. Unprofessional approach from supervisors. Salary for 200 hours is 10,700 crowns. Of course, when you start, they promise you 20, as is customary. But it gets worse. The reviews describe systematic bullying from team leaders, psychological pressure, discrimination in hiring. One former worker called it incredible harassment from team leaders and other supervisors, vulgar behavior, and discrimination. And here's the thing, this isn't just happening in Czech Republic. China Labor Watch, an independent monitoring organization, documented the labor conditions at Inventec's Chinese facilities. What they found was shocking. Workers forced to work 30 days straight during busy periods, excessive overtime reaching 250 hours per month, verbal abuse from line leaders, illegal use of student interns required to work overtime and night shifts. At Inventec Nanjing, workers were forced to sign documents giving up their right to social insurance as a condition of employment. One worker described the brutal reality. When there's work, you work to death, and when there's no work, you rest to death. When there's work, you work 30 days a month. The labor violations documented across Inventec facilities read like a systematic pattern: wage theft, workplace bullying, discrimination, denial of sick leave, and what researchers call gig manufacturing, a system where temporary dispatch workers are lured with bonuses but trapped by strict attendance requirements and deceptive pay structures. Now let's talk about something more troubling: data security. On September 3, 2025, just 2 weeks before Inventec's new facility opened, the Czech National Cyber and Information Security Agency issued a stark warning. NIUKIB, as it's known, warned against the transfer of system and user data to the People's Republic of China and its special administrative regions. They warned against remote administration of technical assets from Chinese territories. The threat level? High, with a probability rating of likely to very likely. Here's what NIUKIB said. They identified an increasing share of complex technological solutions in critical sectors that transfer data to the PRC or are remotely managed from the PRC. They warned about confirmed malicious activities by actors linked to the PRC directed against the Czech Republic. They specifically cited the APT-31 group, associated with China's Ministry of State Security, which had been running a cyber campaign against Czech government institutions since at least 2022. And then there's the legal environment. China's National Intelligence Law, enacted in 2017, contains a provision that sends chills through security experts worldwide. Article 7 states that all organizations and citizens shall support, assist, and cooperate with national intelligence efforts in accordance with law. What does that mean in practice? It means Chinese citizens and Chinese companies anywhere in the world can be compelled to hand over data to Chinese intelligence services. Sweden-based law firm Mannheimer Swartling concluded in 2019 that this law applies to all Chinese citizens, and even overseas subsidiaries of Chinese companies could be subject to its requirements. Now, Inventec is a Taiwanese company, not a Chinese company. Taiwan and China are separate entities. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The line is getting blurrier. Taiwan's biggest export market? China, accounting for nearly 60% of chip exports. Taiwan's biggest trading partner? China, representing over 25% of total trade. Taiwanese companies have an estimated 50% of their foreign direct investment located in mainland China. And the geopolitical pressure is intensifying. China's President Xi Jinping has not ruled out the use of force to achieve what he calls national reunification with Taiwan. Chinese state-sponsored hacking groups are actively targeting Taiwanese semiconductor and electronics companies. In July 2025, Reuters reported that China-linked hackers were escalating cyber attacks on Taiwan's chip industry with increasing frequency. This creates a troubling scenario. A Taiwanese company with deep economic ties to China, manufacturing critical server infrastructure in the heart of Europe. Servers that process cloud data, servers for AI systems, servers that could handle sensitive European information. And it's not theoretical. Inventec has a history. In 2018, the company accused former employees of leaking server trade secrets to competitors. In May 2025, Taiwan's Fair Trade Commission investigated a case where a former Compal electronics manager had recruited Inventec employees and stolen confidential technical documents. These weren't isolated incidents. The entire Taiwanese ODM industry has been plagued by trade secret theft, IP leakage, and corporate espionage for years. When your business model is based on manufacturing products designed by others, the line between learning and stealing can become dangerously thin. And let's not forget, Inventec's solar energy subsidiary filed for bankruptcy in 2021 with $79 million in debts. The parent company isn't invincible. Financial pressure can make companies do desperate things. Here's what's really happening. Europe is outsourcing its critical technology infrastructure to foreign manufacturers without asking the hard questions. The European Union talks about data sovereignty, about protecting citizen privacy, about reducing dependence on foreign tech giants. But who's building the actual physical servers? Who has access to the hardware before it even reaches European data centers? This isn't just about Inventec. It's about a fundamental vulnerability in how Europe approaches technology independence. When you don't manufacture your own critical infrastructure, you're trusting someone else to build it honestly. You're trusting that no back doors were installed, no hardware implants, no firmware modifications. And that trust is built on a very simple assumption, that the manufacturer's interests align with yours. But what happens when geopolitical pressures change that equation? China Labor Watch reports show that Inventec operates in an industry where worker exploitation is systematic, where people are treated as disposable components in a profit-maximizing machine. If a company treats its workers that way, what makes us think it treats its customers' data any differently? The Czech employees describe a culture of fear, discrimination, and deception. The Chinese workers described forced overtime and wage theft. This is the environment in which your servers are being built. Inventec Czech opened its doors in September 2025 with promises of job creation, up to 1,000 positions when operating at full capacity. The facility targets BREEAM Very Good environmental certification. It has solar panels, EV charging stations, and smart energy systems. On paper, it looks like exactly what Europe needs: advanced manufacturing, sustainability, local jobs. But look closer. Read the employee reviews. Follow the geopolitical threads. Connect the dots between China's national intelligence law, Taiwan's economic dependence on China, and the servers being manufactured 8 kilometers south of Brno. And then ask yourself, in an era where data is power, who really controls the infrastructure? The building in Blue China stands quiet. The clean rooms hum with activity. The servers roll off the production line destined for data centers across Europe. And inside those servers? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Most people will never see inside that factory. But maybe, just maybe, we should all be paying a lot more attention to what's being built there. Because when it comes to technology infrastructure, what you don't see can absolutely hurt you.